citizens' march against police terrorism and state oppression. As you can see, a lot of groups are here, and they march and rally for different things, but most importantly, it's to end police terrorism against minority communities.
I need people to come up and carry.
The Philadelphia Coalition for Real Justice came into fruition roughly 2 years ago. Since then, the organization has been successful in shutting down streets in the city and raising community awareness about police violence and what rights citizens have.
We're tired of police violence in our community. We want transparency when it comes to police. We want police officers to be arrested, fired, arrested, and sentenced when they kill black and brown people. We are the Super Friends. We come together from different organizations. I'm part of Black Lives Matter. There's MOVE organizations. There's many activists who have come together to build this coalition. It's what it is. It's a coalition to deal with the issues that affect our communities. We are empowering the neighborhood so they can empower themselves, and they can create their own marches. So when the police come into the neighborhood to occupy, they are making sure as a community base that there's accountability, and you will not come and brutalize our community without some sort of accountability.
A member of People Power Assemblies of New York, James came to the march to recognize the effects of poverty and created a banner to show how it is and can lead to violence.
It was meant specifically to engage the narrative that's used against people of color when they try to express themselves, to clarify what's going on in inner cities and among the poor and black communities, frequently accused of being violent. So this is to turn that narrative on its head and to say that the conditions of poverty are in themselves violent.
Chris Rogers, a North Philadelphia resident, discusses the underlying issues of police violence and how many of them stem out of poverty that surrounds the minority communities.
And for me, it's a question of police brutality and the use of excessive force, but it's also just like the conditions of our communities, right, are very impoverished, right, crumbling infrastructure. Right, so it breeds a certain number of responses that people are going to do, right? People are going to try to make ends meet, right? And then they're being criminalized for it, right? So we have to also speak about the importance of changing the conditions of our communities, right? And build in more mental health supports, bring in more, healthcare opportunities, bring in quality education opportunities, so we can talk about futures, and not just, police holding us into these conditions that are, terrible for our lives.
This is a revolutionary march to let the DNC know that we have not forgotten about the brothers and sisters that we've lost through the police violence. Great things. I'm very proud, and we're not afraid to work with other groups. As you see, they're white, black, people of all walks of life. This is the power of the people. This is what power looks like.
Justice! When do we want it? Now! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice!
This is where you get your justice, right here in the streets, working together.
Bottom line for the Philadelphia Coalition for Real Justice is to end police brutality. They hold up signs of people who have been victims to police brutality throughout the years. It is by the black community, and most importantly, for the black community.